7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Hey, welcome to the Geek Retreat podcast, episode 22. I'm your host, Steven, and as always, I have with me Jason.
This is what you're doing. This is what I want you to do.
Like it. And Mick.
What's happening?
What up? Mick, Jason, that was that Mystery Man Disguise? Whatever
Master
that one
of
is.
Disguise.
Mastery of Mystery Disguise.
Yes.
One of them.
Yes.
I knew it. Turtle.
Right.
That's Mick's favorite.
Turtle.
Oh man. What's up, boys?
Become another person. Heard that?
Yeah, I do remember that. That was
So
a good
good.
movie. That was was that his name? Dana Carvey?
Yeah.
Garth.
I like when he turned into
Party
that
on,
one like
Garth.
hairy guy. He's like doing that dance. He's getting down, dude.
Look what he's doing. Look what he's doing. That's awesome. All right. Episode 22.
Mhm.
How we doing? What's new? What's new in life? I've been on vacation, so I literally I was off the grid for a whole week, and it
How
was
was it?
really it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was dirty because it
You
was
go off the grid? Like there's
Yeah.
like
yeah, I took my family
no
camping.
electronics, no nothing.
No cell service. No cell service.
Was
So
it
we-
just you and the immediate family or
Yep.
the whole family?
Nope. Me and the
That's
immediate
what's up.
family. We had some friends with us, but they had a family. Our kids have all the same age group, so
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, it was a lot of fun. A lot of long days,
Yeah.
and it was like camping in red dirt is like the worst kind of dirty camping because it was just everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Everybody was dirty, but my parents let me borrow. There was no showers, so that kind of sucked. And the toilets were those like porta potty toilets, basically. So it was just rough. It was so nice to come home and take like a real shower after a few days.
Get back to
Yeah.
civilization for after a while.
Yeah. And then my phone just went crazy on the way home. We hit like reception, and my phone, I had like
Bring,
tons of
bring.
emails and text messages. It was crazy, but it was good to be back. But in the day or so that I've been perusing the intrawebs, I've seen that some stuff has happened. Some things have gone down. I've seen that some PS5 box art for the video games, specifically for Spider-Man Miles Morales,
Looks
came out.
dope.
You like it?
I like it. It looks dope.
I think it looks clean. Did you see that they're going to PS? They're using PS Studios instead of PlayStation.
Oh no, I didn't see that.
Yeah,
I wonder if they're
kinda-
going to use standard side discs or if they're going to do a different kind of thing. You know what I mean?
like a
Because they said it was going to be discs. In
yeah.
It. That they said it was going to be discs. I don't know. I was just wondering if they're going to do some new fancy.
Try to have some like new edge on the disc game.
Right. You know how Nintendo flip flop from disc to that to this.
The cartridge,
to
the disc.
cartridge.
Yeah. I don't know. They got it. I mean, they've shown it's a disc. It looks like a standard disc. Is there any other? I mean, discs are CD-ROMs, right? Like CDs.
Right.
Is there any other kind of compact CD? I guess
have
there's
no-
compact CDs.
Since it's the new generation, they might come
know,
out with
yeah.
something more. Well, I don't think that if that technology is worth, upgrading when you got digitally like hard drives now that are capable of holding all that stuff.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it'll be the same, but
But you'd still need enough room on that CD to, be able to hold all the memory that the
we're
new.
gonna go down a
PlayStation 5.
rabbit
Yeah.
trail that I don't want to go down.
No, I'm not
We're
talking
gonna
about
start
that.
yelling at each other, and we're gonna start. Jason's gonna walk away. This is all bad. We're starting.
But you know
down
what I
the
mean,
road.
though.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you said
Um,
it says PlayStation Studios. So is that because they're gonna like start making their own?
yeah. I
I
don't know.
thought I heard something like that before. Like they were like trying to. It was rumored. I thought that I heard somewhere that it was rumored that they were gonna start creating their own movie content, like other like series and stuff off of their games. Did anybody hear anything like that?
I haven't
Really?
heard that. That'd be sweet. They have a
I
ton of
know.
stuff they could do.
But
Yeah.
hopefully they don't ruin the franchises.
And I think
because-
that's where the idea of doing the Last of Us series came from. Because also they were going to do, I don't know. I heard that a while back, or I don't know. Don't
Yeah,
quote
I
me
don't
on
know.
that. I'm just
No. I was trying to look it up, but it just says that Sony has gone to PlayStation Studio branding for the first time for PS5 games. I'll have to look into it a little more. That'd be cool, though. I think they have a lot of content they can go with. We've talked about all the single player games that would be really awesome to have
That
movies made
means
of them.
we could possibly get that God of War movie.
I know.
I
God
know
of
that's what I was
War,
just thinking. That'd be sweet.
Gears of War would be dope
Dude.
movie too.
What's that? That's
A
not
Halo
PlayStation
movie
now.
would be dope.
Those aren't
Well, they-
PlayStation, man.
They're
Get
talking
that crap
about.
out of here.
Hey,
They're talking about.
it's
Well,
still good.
So Halo did have that movie come out. What was that?
Oh yeah, no, not Reach.
It was like fall of something. Fall from.
But Master Chief wasn't in it.
Yeah,
it was about
kind of different.
yeah.
It was live action or
It was like
animated?
Yeah, it was live
It was
action.
live action. It was like the kids. It was like they went to the academy. It was like the students going to the academy, and then all hell breaks loose during
Right.
when they're going. But I
Which
don't
is
know.
it was kind of cool for what it was.
Hmm.
But I mean,
So this
they
says
could
that.
do-
Sorry,
Go
Mick. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you
But this says that Sony has announced that new PlayStation Studios brand that it'll be using for its first-party exclusives going forward as a way to let customers know that a game comes from one of Sony's in-house development teams. Because like PlayStation has always been under the Sony
Right.
branding.
Sony's now
But
like,
they
just
wanna-
do your own thing.
Yeah, they want to kind of let PlayStation
manage their own.
manage their own stuff, which is a smart
So
move. I think.
they're their own division now, basically.
Yeah, that's what it
When
sounds like.
was that set in stone?
I don't know. I looked it up. Like when I first Googled it, you know how like it, like Google shows you kind of the blurb of
Right.
stuff. It says PlayStation Studios, was developed in 2005, but it's alongside of Sony Interactive Entertainment. So it doesn't say.
Like when?
It doesn't
It
say
came
like
out.
when. Yeah,
When was
I'd
the
have to-
article? The only reason I'm asking that's pretty dope because now
This article
it's-
was May of 2020. that
Oh,
this
2020,
article
so it
came out.
recently
it's really,
happened
really
then.
new. Yeah,
So that means Sony was the biggest hindering to what's it called when multi-platforms could play together? Cross platforms.
yeah. Sony's always been that way.
Right. So now they're gonna like let PlayStation do their thing. They'll probably allow because I know there's certain games that I want to like. Ark is one of them.
Yep.
You can't go cross-platform. I can't play, but if you have Xbox and you have PC, you could cross-platform.
Yeah.
Now that they're letting PlayStation do their own thing. A lot of these new games will go cross-platform. The only thing I don't
That's
like
the
about
hope. That's the hope.
right, the only thing I don't like about cross-platform is PC users. It's just because it's so much easier to mess with the system, make yourself better, hacking and stuff
Yeah.
like
Oh
that.
yeah. Oh yeah. That the
And
hacking.
console
that-
players can't really. I mean, you can, but you got to go
You gotta
through
really-
hoops
you gotta-
to. Right,
You got to break your console to do that kind of stuff.
right. And a lot of people were complaining about that when the Call of Duty first came out because there's bugs and people.
That's
were,
how Warzone is. There,
Yeah.
I go on Reddit and I find so many posts of people in Warzone getting killed by
yeah, murked by
you know, hackers and all this kind of stuff. And it's like when you see it happening, it's crazy. It's
Right.
crazy. Like, and it's always PC gamers. So
yeah.
they need to really figure out a way to get rid of hacking. And I think it's bull.
Right. I mean,
if you hack-
you can't.
If you are a hacker, I'm sorry, but you suck when it comes to video games.
Yeah, I know.
And
It's
I have
fun.
Would you guys be
100%.
accepting if they did that, like for platforms, but just exclude PC?
No, you're just like, what's the fun of that in a game? You know what I mean?
I think it'd be better if I don't know, like Call of Duty did a better job, or whoever sponsors that game on the PC, like if you buy the
Yeah.
game off of Steam, they should be
Uh-huh.
paying more attention, or Call of Duty themselves looking at like monitoring their games, seeing these differences and stuff like that. It's kind of hard,
Yeah.
anyways.
But
You
yeah,
can't
I
get
don't
rid
know
of
if
it.
that's I don't know. That would be very difficult to try to get rid of, and to catch each
Right.
individual who's doing that. That would be very difficult
Right.
to do.
Well,
I
right
don't
now
know.
it's all depending on being reported. That's all it is.
Yep.
You got
Yeah,
to be reported, then they do an investigation. Then if you do it on their watch, then you're banned.
Then you're banned.
Right.
Yeah. No, I think BattleNet, is it BattleNet? That's like Blizzard's thing, right? They have like this thing that is constantly watching all the players, and you'll see it like a little message come up in your screen that says like so and so has been banned for cheating or
Right.
going against violations.
Well,
Or
I guarantee
whatever.
you, there's way like if you could monitor a game without having a physical person.
yeah,
See, because you'll see higher jumps. You know what I mean? And I don't know, ping with
Yeah.
other characters than your characters, and I don't know how to explain what ping is, but you get what I'm saying, right?
ping is the amount of time it takes to get from your connection to the server and then back to your connection.
Right. I don't know. But
Yeah. So like the biggest thing for me is just like I feel like it back in the like early Call of Duty days when Modern Warfare 2 came out, there were a lot of bugs with the game in the beginning. Like the noob tube was super overpowered and all that stuff. But when newer editions of Call of Duty came out, Infinity War kind of like relaxed on their servers a little bit. So you could go during like Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3 might have been too late, but you could go back and play like Modern Warfare 2 and you would be able to find like hacker only lobbies and stuff like that. So everybody like on console and everything. And it was just crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Like everybody's on a race to get a nuke and unlimited noob tubes and grenade launchers and stuff like that. But that was like, they were letting the game be broken. And so I could understand having like a hackers only, like playlist or something like that. But the only reason people hack, especially in multiplayer games, is to gain advantage. So
right.
if everybody's hacking, nobody's hacking. You know what I mean? It's like if everybody had a superpower, nobody is super. So like that, I don't see what the lure is outside of people cheating and trying to get an advantage on getting their battle royale or their champion. I think that's what you did, Mick, to get yours.
what?
You hacked
Oh, you're
to
tripping.
get your first place.
Nah.
Yeah.
Twice. I don't even know how to hack.
Why you gotta
I typed like
discredit
this,
him
bro.
that? Like,
I just gotta. So I don't know. Yeah, it's cool that Sony is kind of going their own way, or PlayStation is getting. Hopefully, that's the case. Is that they're getting their kind of like, their like leash let go of. I guess if that makes sense, what I'm trying to say.
No, I
no,
know.
yeah, I get you.
We all
but-
know.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. But the fear is like, will Sony still have like a corporate like
Oh yeah.
oversight over?
Oh yeah. You know that.
What goes on?
They will.
They're
They
still
will.
gonna have the overall end game say so on whatever matter comes up that
Look
they
at
want to
EA.
change or they don't like. So they're just kind
EA
of
and
gonna
all their
oversee
games.
from a distance, and then
Yeah.
they'll step in if they need be, if need be.
But I think that what'll happen is my hope is that Sony, because Sony's always been hard on listening to their audience. Like they've held things back. They've been like the cross-platform, like you were saying, like that was a big thing when everybody was going cross-platform with all kinds of games. Sony was the last one to break and finally go cross-platform. And even today, they still haven't gone cross-platform in a lot of games.
Well, it's just I don't know if it's like the Japanese style of business being really secretive and staying.
Nintendo,
Because
that
look at
way too.
Nintendo.
Yeah.
You show any little fraction of their videos on YouTube,
You're done.
strike. I want your money.
You have to get like permission from them,
Yeah,
from
you have to
Nintendo
get- yeah.
specifically to be able to do
Yeah.
it. And you have to have you have to be a big channel and you have to have all this
Right.
kind of stuff. So
Right. But
It's funny.
Sony's been way more open than Nintendo. But that Nintendo got to protect their brand. That's why they're still banging it around, because they have all that exclusive content. Nintendo has
Yeah.
the most exclusive content there is.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy. I go on the Nintendo store and I'm always just like, oh, I wonder what free game. And like all of these games and franchises I've never heard of, and
They're all exclusive.
they're
to
all
the-
exclusive to Nintendo, and you're just like, all
Yeah.
right, I guess there's an audience for these somewhere, but
right.
they all seem like weird, really weird indie games and all
Yeah.
kinds of stuff. It's funny. I was just reading the end of this article, and it says it's talking about the PS5, the covering of it, and comparing it to PS4 games. But then it's like, well, the PS6 offers some different visuals, and it's like, why are you even bringing up what are you talking about a PS6?
PS6.
Like, get out of here. Nobody's even thinking about PS6.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Will it offer them? Will even offer them? The PS5 is featuring an entirely new model.
That's
so-
crazy. They're really thinking ahead.
Like, wow, you're really jumping out there.
Yeah. Hey, did
But,
you guys hear? Is part? Sorry, Steven. This is
No,
part
no,
of your
no.
agenda. But did
Go
you
for
guys hear that Microsoft was trying to, was it buy rights to or something of Warner Brother games or something like that?
I did not hear that.
Like they want to have the Warner Brother games exclusive for the Xbox.
Oh man.
I
Good
didn't fully
luck.
read the article. I just read the
If
title.
if they do that, good luck seeing Mortal Kombat on PlayStation.
I know I'm gonna be
on
so
Sony.
pissed if that happens.
Wait, what? Good luck seeing PlayStation.
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat, because it's a Warner Brothers.
It's a Warner Brothers game.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
through NetherRealm Studios, but NetherRealm goes through WB. most of the
Yeah.
time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I just looked it up, and it's the first. It's like the image of the article is Mortal Kombat.
Oh, is it? They're talking about Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Microsoft fans might have a lot to be excited about as Microsoft is reportedly in talks to buy Warner Brother Games, in addition to EA, Take-Two Interactive, and Activision, according to the information. That's a lot of.
And Activision too, is it?
Yeah. Warner Brother Games, EA, Take-Two Interactive, and Activision.
Oh wow.
That's all. I mean, EA. That's everything. That's all
Yeah.
sports, and
Wow.
Take-Two is all of your Telltale games. Like that's who they are. And Activision, that's Call of Duty, and man, that'd be the sell of the century.
That could possibly shift the balance right there.
Oh, for sure.
To really put a nail in that console war, man.
Yeah.
That's a lot of major titles coming from
Yeah.
those studios.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. The amount of exclusives that would be coming to Xbox.
Xbox does stuff like that, man. They're sneaky, dude. I remember when Tomb Raider, the relaunched one, they made it the second one, Rise of Tomb Raider came out. They bought exclusivity for it, and just temporarily, like I think they delayed it from the PlayStation for like a year or two.
Hmm.
And so it came out, and like Xbox had it for a full year at least.
And then
before it even-
PlayStation, you can have
yeah,
it.
now you
already
guys
got
can
all the
have
titles.
it.
Yeah.
I was,
already
like,
got that
I was
money.
so pissed off about that, dude. But that would suck, dude.
Yeah, it says there's a lot of stuff that could be coming back to Xbox only.
I doubt that Mortal Kombat would want to be exclusive to just one console, though. I don't see that happening.
I mean, how big is the fan base for Mortal Kombat, though?
That's
And
a
where does
pretty
it come
big
from?
fan base.
Huge.
That's a
Dude.
pretty big.
Yeah,
fan
I guess
base.
that's a weird question to ask. Like, how many serious players, though, like meta gamers are playing that game? Not just casual, like me. I'm a casual Mortal Kombat fan.
There are,
I've
dude. They
bought
have
every
Mortal
one.
Kombat tournaments, and they have guys that go there every single year to
Yeah.
play these tournaments and win.
To win 50 grand.
Yeah. And then Mortal Kombat has like mastered that DLC thing. So like for a fighting game, for people to buy that
To
much
be buying
DLC from it,
yeah.
that kind of speaks to that point that how big that game is.
Yeah, it's like League of Legends for fighting.
For a fighting game, yeah,
For
exactly.
a fighting game.
Is the Mortal Kombat community bigger than the Smash Bros. Community?
I mean,
It's pretty
So I
big.
feel like when I think of
it's
fighting games,
comparable.
I think
Yeah.
I think of. I mean, I don't even think of Street Fighter in those, but I know Street Fighter's big, but not as big.
I know it definitely doesn't
But I think
hold
of
a match those. I mean, I would say that the Mortal Kombat one is. Maybe I'm biased though.
Yeah.
But I think that it is. I mean, just because I don't know. I think it is, but
Right.
I don't have any facts to back
If you're
that
looking
up.
at numbers, probably because
Yeah,
now
yeah.
you got Smash is, devoted to younger people, and then all the other people that grew up playing it, like you, me, and
Yeah.
are part of that community too. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. That'd be cool. That'd be cool, man. It would definitely hype up the release day exclusives and stuff like that. I think that Game Pass, they're definitely going to come with a Game Pass at the first. I think Xbox will try to come with a Game Pass so they could throw a bunch of those games in there, Batman games and
Yeah.
I think, man, I think that exclusive titles don't make them. I mean, exclusive titles should only be like story-based games, single-player games. Those exclusive, the other games, like competitive games, should be non-exclusive. It should be on all console. Now that they're cross-platform, they should be pushing this cross-platform thing. Spark the war between PlayStation 4, Xbox. That would make money. Hold tournaments against Call of Duty Xboxers and Call of Duty PlayStation and see who's the best. You know what I mean? Have
It really
tournaments and
doesn't
then
help
Xbox
their
versus-
cause as far as
I don't know. They could be doing a whole bunch of
they're trying to outsell the other console though. If you're catering all your games to something that's going to be all over the place, you're not really using something to bring them to you specifically.
Right. No, I got you. I got that. That's what I'm saying. Like a game like Mortal Kombat, where it's competitive online, where you could do cross-platform. I don't think you should, from a business standpoint, I don't think you should make it exclusive. You should make it competitive between both. Push it, like hold tournaments and stuff. PlayStation versus Xbox. I don't understand why PlayStation so far. I mean, Sony was so against. It's probably just
it's Sony.
Or whatever. Yeah, I know.
Sony. They're stingy.
You think you make more money? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm a PlayStation. I like both, but I'm diehard PlayStation fan. I love PlayStation. I got PC games. I got Xbox games. I got them all. But I like PlayStation 4. I like the software. I like how the system runs. But it would drive me a little bit more. Who my brother is a little bit more of an Xbox guy. You know what I mean? To compete,
right?
Competing over games and stuff like that. You think it'd bring more money, but anyway.
Yeah,
I guess that's why we're not running the company.
That's right. We're not making the big decisions.
We're not making. Yeah,
we don't know what
we don't know.
Yeah. So it says there's a few unannounced projects in the near future for Warner Brothers games, including a new Gotham Knights title. And Avalanche Software has been rumored to have a Harry Potter RPG coming out. That'd be cool. Yeah.
That might be cool.
And then Rocksteady is going to do a take on Suicide Squad. And all those were all those the movie has spoiled it so much. Like any enjoyment of Suicide Squad, however cool they were.
Over,
but it says hopefully we'll hear more soon about these games and possible merger relatively soon. Possibly during the Xbox Game Showcase on July 23rd. So PlayStation released there.
That's a couple weeks.
Yeah, that's in like a week or so. Yeah, that's 2 Thursdays from now, so about a week and a half from now. And so that'd be interesting. I'm excited for that.
I'm not excited about that.
Why are you not excited about it?
I already told you. I'm not looking forward to them taking control over all these games.
Why not?
Because I don't play Xbox.
Oh, I see. You got to get an Xbox. They're gonna bring you over. They're gonna put a bid in for Jason, and they're gonna say, Jason, come on to the light side.
Just play it on your PC.
Yeah.
Play Xbox games on your PC.
You have a Mac though, don't you? You can't play on your Mac.
Oh, sorry, never mind.
Yep.
Either way.
You're screwed either way. No, I think it'll be cool. I'm excited for it. I want to see what we poo-pooed the PlayStation thing. Remember we were like, oh, it's only for an hour. That's not enough time. And I felt like we got a ton of content.
Yeah.
From that.
We did.
So
there's a lot of.
So I hope Xbox is going to come with some heavy hitters. I know there was some gameplay of Halo Infinite that was released, a little bit of like a teaser for that. And speaking of Halo, I've been playing Halo with my son, but we can get on that later. That's been fun.
All right.
Yeah.
They're coming out with the new Age of Empires game.
Are they?
Oh.
Yeah, it's
Man, I
to
love
be
Age of
announced.
Empires.
It's to be announced.
To be announced. Dude, I could get down with some Age of Empire.
Was it 4? Age of Empires 4. The
Yeah.
graphics look pretty sick for what they put out already, but
We play.
Oh,
Me and my
they
son
already showed
plays.
some stuff to it. They already showed some.
there's only one trailer out there. I try to look for more trailers, but no.
I gotta try to look that up.
Graphics look decent.
Yeah, they better.
Yeah, they just recently, I think it was Age of Empires 2. They redid the whole thing. Well, they say it's in 4K, but it's still janky graphics.
Yeah, it's always going to be that way.
Right. But back the original game, the computer had a cheat to compete with you.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So when you weren't over the top of them, they would add resources and stuff like that just so they could beat you. But this one, it doesn't have to cheat. It could beat you because the AI
it's
is
like
smart.
a real smart.
Yeah.
That's sweet, dude. Yeah, it says that it's rumored to happen in 2020 or later.
Yep.
Age of Empires 4. I played that and StarCraft. Those were the two games that I played.
StarCraft.
Growing up a lot. Yeah.
Age of Mythology was like my favorite one of all of them. It was the most. Yeah, you could have minotaurs and shit.
Yep.
It was cool.
Those games were awesome.
Spawn a Titan.
Yep.
Chronos.
Yeah.
There's so much meta to those games, though. You watch have you ever watched the like tournaments for those games?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, StarCraft has like a huge online tournament setup, and you watch some of those things, and the guy's like, "All right, it's been 3 minutes, and they haven't started their, like all these like their barracks and all this stuff," and it's just like, I don't get any of that. It takes me an hour to get into the game, and the pros of those games are so. It's like the League of Legends guys. You know what I mean? It's like.
Right. They know which ones upgraded.
Yeah. Like it was a specific little like loadouts, and it's crazy.
Yeah, you're out there messing stuff up, and like 2 minutes into the game, they're just killing all the guys you're fighting.
Yep.
Everybody in the middle lane. Everybody, they're just killing everybody.
I'm on level 2. How is this guy on level 10 already?
Yeah,
and
it's
I've been
crazy how these people
killing.
learn this stuff so quick.
I've never been able to
grasp on
get.
it.
Yeah, I've never been that way with games. I play them and they're fun and everything, but like, you play with people who are like Destiny. That's the one that I can't. It's so hard to get into because, they're like, oh, you got to use these gauntlets and these, this shoulder pads and this gun gets a boost when you wear these boots, and you're just like. I just want to play the game and look cool. I want my dude to hit people hard in the face. When I get people fast, and I don't want to do all that crazy stuff.
When I get another stronger piece of armor, I just put it on.
It's just like,
oh, this is gonna buff this. This is gonna be. Oh, look, that one's got more armor than the last.
That
shoulder.
It has another spike than the other one. I gotta put that thing on. Yeah,
And then I talk to my uncle. My uncle Bert would sit there, be all like. What are you doing?
Like, I don't know.
He's
I'm playing the game.
You got to put all this stuff, put this ring on and put it in, and then that 10 damage hit will turn into 500 damage hit. What are you doing, stupid? I'm like, I don't know. I'm just playing.
That's why I don't like that. I think that's a big thing with RPGs for me. It's so much. There's it's like, well, he looks cool. I just want him to look cool. That's a representation. That guy on the screen I'm playing is a representation of what I want to be in real life. Right. And so I don't care about if my anklet gives my sword a buff. I want to just look awesome and punch dragons in the face.
That's me too.
Yep.
I'm glad we're all on the
That's
same
why
page.
I like God of War so much.
Yeah, God of War. Like, I'm just gonna button mash it. Hopefully I do a combo. If I don't do a combo, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah. But I still killed him.
Badass all the time, even when you die. Because you're gonna come back and fight him again.
Yep.
Yeah. So I mentioned that I started Halo with my son. So he was trying to prove to me that Fortnite is like a fun game and a real game. And I'm like, Fortnite is not a real game. Like, this is Like, you need to play a real game. And so I decided, like, I have the Master Chief Collection. And so we're going to run through that in chronological order, not by release date.
Why isn't it a real game?
It's just not.
Uh-oh,
I don't know.
Here we go.
I don't know. It's just like, it's
Here
not.
we go.
All right. So I believe wholeheartedly that Fortnite does one purpose, and it keeps all of the little kids off of all the big kid games. And it keeps the
Ooh.
little kids occupied while all the big kids get to go play
Ooh.
outside.
Those
I
are
feel like
some
I
tough
don't know.
words
That's-
right there.
I feel like that is Fortnite's
Those are some
purpose.
tough words.
Look, I give some respect to some of these Fortnite kids.
Yeah, I mean,
People.
like, they can
Because
beat me.
that
I'm not
it's
good at it.
hard.
Yeah,
It's hard as fuck, dude. I used to play and be like, yeah, I got 5. Yeah. Oh my God, this is fun. I'm shooting this dude. He's dying. All that shit. Now I get on, right?
yeah.
I run there. I'm like, oh shit, there's a dude. I'm about to kill you, dude. You run up and he spots you, and then all of a sudden, tower.
Yeah, it's
You're
like a castle's been built in front of you, and you're like, I don't
What?
know how to do this.
Pew 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 pew.
Yeah,
And then like 7 rocket launchers come down and just mess you up. You're like,
yeah. I don't know how it's done it. Like, I think the good thing that
Dude, it's
Fortnite does
crazy.
is it keeps it. The colors are bright, and the action stays moving, so the kids get just distracted. It keeps their attention span for a very long time.
Nemo.
I play
Yeah,
that game,
kids.
and I'm just like, I don't want to play anymore.
I can
played
never
2
get
rounds and
behind
I'm
games
done.
like that.
I'm done.
It might.
You know what you sound like,
It's just-
Steven?
It
You
just
I
sound
sound
that
like-
game.
I sound like
That
the grumpy old
guy,
man
what are
telling
you
the kids
guys
get off my
listening to?
yard. Yeah.
What are you guys listening to? I listen
Back
to
in my
real
day.
music.
This music is too loud. Yeah, I know I sound like that, but I was like, I need you to play like a real game. So I decided like Halo
Real game.
was like the first campaign game that I ever like really went through, and oh man, so many good times.
I need you kids to play in the dirt. Come on now.
So
That's
we're
your version of playing the dirt.
yeah.
Go
So-
make mud pies, motherfucker. What are you doing? Get outside.
We rode without helmets, and look at us now. We're still alive.
No, I
Yeah.
know. I'm right with you. That it's. I like story.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
feeling bad. I'm tired. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking.
Yeah.
I feel you, Steven. I feel you.
So we're co-oping it. We're starting with Reach, and then we're going to Combat Evolved because chronologically that's how they go. So it's been
Right.
fun though. He's been playing it. He was just like, "How do I aim? How do I
Reach
jump?"
is the second one, isn't it?
Reach is like the third. It was
Third one?
released like 3rd or 4th. I think it was released 3rd.
They got the remastered version. It comes with the first and second and third one. I think it does.
Yeah, so the
They're
Halo
all
so
remastered.
the Master Chief collection comes with Reach, Combat Evolved, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo 3 ODST, and then Halo 4.
Gotcha.
And then it came out right before Halo 5 released. And so like the hope was that people would play through all of them and then jump into Halo 5. And there's a lot of game, and you can play all the multiplayer stuff too on the Master Chief collection. So like Halo 2 is like had the best multiplayer.
Right.
And so you can play Halo 2's multiplayer through Master Chief collection. So it's a lot of fun. So we're co-oping it, and we played a couple missions the other day, and he was just like, "How do I zoom in? And I'm like, "No, you don't get to do that."
Did you ever
just-
have to? Did you
you
ever
just
link systems?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Remember
dude.
bringing?
Oh, what?
Oh,
Dude,
we're about to play.
LAN
dude.
parties?
Yeah,
LAN
you
parties?
bring your
okay,
TV.
Best.
Yeah,
Have like 6 TVs in there and shit.
that was your multiplayer before you can
Yeah.
go
Oh
online.
yeah,
before-
dude.
I want to have a LAN party sometime again with like my kids and all that stuff, playing some old, like the new Halo game or something like that. I remember
Why?
Split.
It's
I don't
not. It's not. You're not. You have to go through the internet now. It's not all hooked up by.
No, you
cables
don't
and
have to.
modems
You don't
and
have
stuff.
to.
I think you do have to.
No.
I don't know. Is
No.
there a way still?
You can have a local game and just
You
go
can have
through
a local
hub.
game, but you
But
go
no-
through. I remember when we used to bring all our TVs, our Xboxes, and have to hook them all up to all our cables up.
Yeah,
It looked like a wire factory in there.
the first like fun fact, the first equipment I ever bought that was like video game related, because I got I guess my Xbox was the first one, but like the add-on equipment was 2 50-foot Ethernet cables and a hub, a USB hub or Ethernet hub.
Yeah.
And I had a TV in my front room and a TV in the back room. And like my buddies would come over, we'd do 4 versus 4. 4 guys on the split screen, 4 guys on the split screen, and run them together.
in different rooms?
Man, yeah, it was
Yeah,
much fun. And then we'd all run into the kitchen and be like, "Oh, I got you on this." I got you on that. Like, all right, let's go back. Let's switch up teams.
Yeah.
So, those are like some of the coolest like summer sleepover moments I ever had.
What's that desert level where they have the big elephant with all the turrets and stuff on it?
Oh yeah.
We used to play zombie, right?
All right.
On that, and we had all the guys up on that. It's this giant
Yeah,
tank
it's this giant
with
tank that
like
rolls around.
multiple different, turret guns and stuff. Well, the zombie could run like
crazy fast.
like crazy fast, jump heck of high, but they only got a sword. But if they hit you with the sword, you're infected too. So then you don't got no guns and you can run fast and all that stuff. But you start with like 8 guys and you're all sitting there.
Yeah.
And mind you, this elephant is just going.
It's not a real elephant. It's called an elephant,
No,
but
it's
just
called
a
an
giant.
elephant
It's just
tank.
a giant vehicle tank.
It's a base tank. So there's a base on top of a tank, basically.
Pretty
And you're
much.
sitting there, trying to. When it's 2 of you and you got all these guys jumping up on you, while the turn, you're, oh no!
Oh, that was a really cool moment too. That was a really cool moment with my son. We were playing, and on Reach in the second mission, you have to like clear out all of these elites and stuff like that. And so one of them has a laser sword, and so he kills it. And he's like, "Oh, Dad, what's this thing?" And I'm like, "Pick it up." And he was like, "What?" I was like, "He's like, it's like a sword." And I was like, "That's like the best weapon in the entire game." He was like, "What are you talking about?" And I'm like, I was like, "It's a one-hit kill. It's amazing. You just have to get in range and wait for your crosshairs to turn red, and then you just pull the trigger, and you'll kill anybody who's in your way." And so he was just like, "This is awesome!" And he's like killing dudes. It was such a cool moment.
The best games always has that special weapon.
Yep.
In it, like GoldenEye from
I was gonna say that.
64.
Yep.
Yeah.
Remember the golden
golden
gun? I
gun.
got the
Golden
golden
gun.
gun.
I got the golden one.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to kind of build the same memories. Like we're just all reminiscing on all our old first memories. So hopefully this will be something for my son to kind of lean on to, and I'm excited for it. Yeah, I'm excited for it. The other thing too, we're trying to take him back through like old movies. So we're gonna watch Jurassic Park with him tomorrow. And then I can't let him watch Jaws, but I just saw Jaws again for the first time.
Why can't you watch Jaws?
It's rated R. He's only 12.
Rated R back then wasn't that bad though.
The first scene is a naked lady swimming out in the ocean. Her
What was the first scene? Skip over it and
boobies
then
are
go from
flopping
there.
all over the place.
My parents was all like, "Close your eyes."
Yeah, that's what we did. We did that a lot. We're just like,
You're
all
like-
right.
You're
close
like-
your eyes.
I'm closing my eyes. I can't see. Turn around. Face me. You can't see that.
Yeah.
I'm all like,
I'll never forget watching Lethal Weapon with my parents. I think it was Lethal Weapon 2. And it's the scene where like it's the girl's in the high rise and she's like snorting coke and then she commits suicide, but she's like naked the whole time doing it. My mom's like, "Oh man, I forgot about this part." Turn around, close your eyes, put your hand in your lap. Just like, okay.
No, wait, get your hand out of your lap. Don't get your hand in your lap. Go to your room.
You made me watch
Oh my god.
Oh, that's the worst. That's the worst.
Steven, go pray. Go pray right now.
Go pray. That's funny.
Go read your Bible. Oh man. So well, we're on the topic of movies, and I have something special for you boys. It's another rendition of
boy.
the world's best worst game show. All right. Yeah, so this is the world's best worst game show. Mick is dancing. This one, guys, you guys have really disappointed me these past few weeks.
What?
I
got soda pop.
You did. Out of all of the questions we got one question right.
Yeah, damn right we did.
So I'm gonna leave it a little I'm going to make it a little easier this time, and I actually am rooting for you guys. So we're literally going to just be playing a game that I got called Pass the Popcorn. I don't know where I got it, like
I'm bad
secondhand
at
for
that.
some like
I always lose my place at school.
White
when we
elephant
play
gift.
popcorn.
Yeah, Mick, we're on
Popcorn
page
Mick.
number.
What are we doing?
Can you start over?
Mick, get the book out.
Get the book.
That's the wrong book. You're on the wrong page.
Oh man.
So basically this game, we're trying to guess what movie I'm talking about. I'm gonna give you just some prompts. I'll give you the genre and the year it was distributed, and then you can have one of four. I'll give you one of four like hints towards the movie, and then we'll just see. We'll go let's do best of 7. So we'll kind of go through these kind of fast. Okay.
Oh,
Best of
okay.
7.
Best of 7. Okay.
Lucky number 7.
So this is number 1 is a 2000 drama. This is a drama. Okay. I fully believe that you guys have seen every single movie I'm about to talk about. Okay.
Okay.
So it stars Russell Crowe and Joaquin Phoenix.
Gladiator.
Wow. What?
Gladiator.
Oh, you got it, Jason. Well done.
Thank
Mick, you got to get on your game. Okay. This is a 2005 comedy. Okay. I'm going to give you the name of the characters that they
Wait,
these
is it a
people
comedy?
play. It's a comedy. 2005 comedy.
Got it.
Andy Stitzer?
I don't even know what the hell that is.
No.
I don't know.
Hot
Okay.
Grandma? Trish Piedmont? She's the hot grandma. You guys know who I'm talking about? Here's a quote from the movie. I respect women. I love women. I respect them so much that I completely stay away from them.
I know it, but I'm trying to remember the name.
Hot grandma. That's
Yeah,
what's
she
throwing me off.
She plays a hot grandma. She's, quote, the hot grandma.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I know that quote. Read it one more time.
I respect women. I love women. I respect them so much that I completely stay away from them.
Oh my goodness.
All right. This movie stars, here we go. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Stars Steve Carell and Kathleen Keener.
Oh, 40-year version.
Hey, good
There we
job,
go.
Mick. Good
Thank
job,
you.
Mick. I got you one. You finally got
I
one.
got you one.
You got Mick one.
It feels like sand, like sand. When he's talking about the boobs.
Hold on.
What?
You.
No, that's not what they feel like.
And she was hot grandma?
Yeah,
That's
she was
weird.
like an older woman, so she was hot grandma. Yeah. Okay, next one. 2000 fantasy. Okay.
Matrix. Sorry.
No, that's not it. So here we go. I'm gonna give you the quote because you guys will get them very easily if I give you the other stuff. Okay. I have here a list of names of identified mutants that live right here in the United States.
X-Men.
X-Men.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
I figured that was
got that one for Jason. That one was the quote the stars.
Yeah.
I could have said 2000 fantasy starring Halle Berry and Hugh Jackman.
Oh yeah, definitely. Whatever.
And
When
then
you said fantasy, I was thinking like, oh, Lord of the Rings or something. But
yeah.
I was,
Okay.
that's a
This-
fantasy.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna throw it way back in the day. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. It's a 1987 action. The characters that the actors play are Martin Riggs and Roger Murtaugh.
Oh, RoboCop.
No.
Yeah. What?
Get out of here. The quote from the movie is I'm
No, wait.
too old.
What was
for
the names
this."
again?
Martin Riggs and Roger Murtaugh.
I don't know who
right.
they are.
Oh, no,
Riggs and
that's
Murtaugh.
Murphy.
I don't know
Riggs
who
and
they are.
And he
Murphy.
says, I'm too old for this. All right. 2 mismatched cops team up to smash a
oh.
heroin smuggling operation run by former special forces soldiers.
Lethal Weapon.
Lethal Weapon. Good job, Jason.
We were just talking about that.
I know.
We were. I know. I just dropped. I told you. You guys are all going to get these. All right. Jason
Isn't
has
that Mel Gibson?
Mel Gibson and Danny Glover.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
I like the one with Jet Li where he's like,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I like at the end they go, how did he do that thing with the kicks? I don't know. I'm gonna go ask him.
I'm gonna go ask. All right. All right, Mick. If Jason gets 2 more, that's the game. Okay, you cannot win if he gets 2 more. Okay,
I
here's a
know. He's gonna win.
1992 drama starring Steve Buscemi and Michael Madsen.
This is not fair. He's older than me. I was only 1 year old.
But you should know this one. Come on.
Wait, who was the other guy? You said
I'm not
Steve
good with
Buscemi and who
Michael,
else?
Steve Buscemi and Michael Madsen.
Okay.
Do you know who they are? I don't know who they are.
Man.
You don't know who Michael Madsen is? Okay.
No.
I'll give you the plot this time. After a jewelry heist goes wrong, the robbers start to turn on each other.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
You guys will definitely know this movie.
Blue Streak.
If you in the comments,
It's not Blue Streak.
Wait.
put the movie down, what it is. For you
I
listening
know,
at
right?
home. Play
So-
along at home.
Okay, wait. So what was the summary again? The a jewelry heist goes wrong.
A jewelry heist goes wrong. Here's a quote from the movie. Okay, jewelry heist goes wrong and the robbers start to turn on each other. And the quote from the movie is, "That's easy for you to say. You're Mr. White. You have a cool sounding name."
I'm not getting this, man.
All right. I'm going to give you the other one. The actors that they play are Mr. Pink and Nice Guy Eddie. You guys don't got this?
No, I don't know. This is a movie I've seen.
Oh my goodness. All right. I'm going to just
Mr.
end it.
Pink.
Yeah, Mr. White, Mr. Pink, Mr. Brown. It is Reservoir Dogs, directed by Quentin Tarantino. How much do you hate yourself right now for not getting that, Jason?
Oh my God.
My goodness.
Yeah, I should just
Never watched it.
now.
That you've never seen Reservoir Dogs?
Nope.
Oh my gosh, Mick, you got to go see that movie.
Yeah,
That's a
it's
good movie. All right, here we go. I'm really disappointing you guys now. So I'm gonna
I'm
you guys-
disappointed in myself.
I'm gonna give you guys a layup, okay?
All right.
A 2008 sci-fi. Ready?
Mhm.
I can't even give you any of this stuff. This is so bad. Okay, so here's a quote from it. This is so easy.
It's so easy.
Yeah. Is it better to be feared or respected? And I say, is it too much to ask for both? Is it better to be feared or respected? And I say, is it too much to ask for both? All right,
Is
Is
That's
it a
not
comedy? What is it?
no, it's a sci-fi.
It's a sci-fi.
2008 sci-fi. I think it's mislabeled as a sci-fi, but we'll get into that in a little bit. Stars Jeff Bridges, Gwyneth Paltrow, and Robert Downey Jr. What? Come on, you guys.
What? Jeff Bridges, Gwyneth Paltrow,
Oh,
Robert
my
Downey
goodness.
Jr. I don't know that.
You guys, literally, you're going to make people turn this show off if you guys don't get one of these answers. An inventor forced to work with terrorists designs a special suit for himself instead.
Iron Man.
Iron Man. Yeah, they start Tony Stark, Pepper Potts, and Obadiah Stane.
Wait, what? Jeff Bridges?
Yeah, that's Obadiah. That's the bad guy in Jeff Bridges.
That's what threw me off. I was like, what?
He's just got a bald head.
Oh, I just had to hear the suit.
Wow, really?
Robert
Yeah.
Downey Jr.
Oh, here we go.
Yay.
Yeah, that's 2 for me that I should have got. dude.
Man,
What's the
Jason.
score?
I'm just trying to
All
give
right,
Mick a chance. That's
It's
all.
3-2. Don't call it a comeback from me.
Yeah, keep doing that. Keep doing that. Let
Keep
me,
doing it.
Here you go.
I'm trying to get
Here's-
Jamba Juice too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
is it
where's
Jamba
my
Juice?
Jamba Juice?
I don't know. I haven't got it yet.
I
I've been
know,
on
yeah,
vacation,
yeah,
guys.
Jamba
I'm sorry.
Juice.
I've been on vacation. Okay, so 1985 sci-fi. Ready?
Okay, ready.
Okay, this is so bad. All right, it starts. I literally can't give you anything without you're gonna get it right away. 1985 sci-fi. Wait a minute, Doc, are you trying to tell me that my mother has got the hots for me?
Back to the Future?
Yeah. Back to the
Oh yeah.
So you just said,
I remember that part.
Yeah, I was like, it was like either. So here was the prompts. Here was the prompts I had to give you: Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd, That's a layup. Dr. Emmett Brown and Marty McFly.
Right.
A teenager who travels back into time by accident must find a way to return before he vanishes.
Yeah.
And then
nothing
there's
you
like
could have
nothing I
said.
could have said to like try to hint at it. Okay.
Right.
So, Mick, you've got to get this right, buddy, to stay in the game.
Okay.
The last one.
I probably
Here we go.
won't, but we'll
No
see.
pressure.
Here we go. No pressure. It's a 2001 action movie starring Brad Pitt and George Clooney.
Ocean's 11.
Ocean's 12.
Ocean's 11.
I should've- which one? Which one?
I should have
Which
said
one?
it's Ocean's 11. I should have said Linus Cadwell and Rusty Ryan.
Oh yeah, that would have got me.
Yeah. Anyway, Jason, congratulations for the 5th week in a row. You have won. I don't know if it's been the 5th week in a
Fifth
row.
week.
I'm
I
just
won
bringing-
though. I won
Mick
one.
won one and Jason won another. Nobody knows the score anymore because it's the
Points don't
world's
matter.
best worst game show, and points don't matter. Nobody wins. You at home win. You are the true winner. That's why I don't say anybody. You at home, you are the true winner. So, thank you for playing along, and we'll see you on next week's episode. Maybe not. Who knows? I don't even know. That's enough of that, though. All right. So eventually,
Now I
I'm
get a
gonna-
Jamba
Eventually,
at dinner, at
Whoa.
lunch,
I'm not taking you out to dinner. It's COVID season. We
and a
can't-
new shirt.
You can't do anything. I'll get you a new shirt.
Yeah.
I got you. I'll buy you a new shirt for sure, Jason.
Oh yeah.
In fact, I've already bought you a new shirt.
Oh, did you?
I
He
did.
knows your size.
I know your size and everything.
Ah,
I can just
that's
guess it.
interesting.
You're like a women's medium.
Only in the nighttime.
I'm just joking.
Only when
All
I walk
right.
the street.
Well, thanks for playing along. Hopefully that was a little easier this time, guys.
Yeah.
There's another kind of like that's a game I got. Like somebody gave it to me at a White Elephant gift exchange, and I was like, sweet, I like this game.
Heck
But there's another one where like you guess who the actor is based on the movies. So I like
Ooh,
list a
I
bunch
like
of
that.
movies, and then you have to guess the actor.
Oh, please don't do that. I don't know.
So we're gonna do that
names.
next week.
Uh-huh.
Coming
Better
your
brush
way.
up on your people, Mick.
Yeah, start watching old 90s and well, this was all the
I
way.
can't
to,
even remember my
like
own
2000
name sometimes. Mick, huh? You talking to me?
You talking to me?
Yeah. Me?
Yeah, you're the only Mick I know. You're literally the only Mick I know. Yeah, so speaking of watching new stuff, you guys watching any new movies or new shows? Netflix has been dropping some stuff.
They have been dropping some stuff. I've been recommended some things.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Me
Yeah,
too.
and I was recommended Dark
Oh,
on Netflix.
yeah. That's what I was
I have not
recommending.
yet started watching it though, because I want to save it. It's 3 seasons, so I want to make sure I can have it as my sole thing that I'm watching.
Here it's
so I
in
can get-
German too.
Yeah, it's dubbed. You can get it dubbed. It's dubbed pretty well, so you don't
Okay.
have to like. But also Warrior Nun. I started Warrior Nun,
None.
and I'm about halfway through that. That's actually pretty good. I'm liking it so far.
Okay.
You guys heard of it?
I have I guess I have heard of it, but I haven't looked into it.
It's kind of a cool premise. Like it's basically kind of what it says, Warrior Nun. So that these
Warrior None.
these warriors, they're like imbued with these angel halos, which then gives them angelic powers, I guess, or powers.
Okay.
So and then they fight, darkness. So it's pretty cool, and it's
That
pretty
sounds cool.
cool how they do the graphics and things like that.
Is it animated?
It's not animated, no, it's live action.
Live action. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And so,
Well, yeah, no,
they
I've-
get these like halos implanted inside their bodies, so it's kind of crazy. Like, and then when you die, like one of them takes the mantle of another one.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
No, it's how it starts. That's
All
how
right,
it
all right,
starts.
all right.
But yeah, so they actually have to surgically remove the halo out of her, and then it gets implanted into another one. But anyway, yeah, it's a pretty cool premise, I think,
All right.
and it's pretty cool so far. I'm liking it.
I'll take a look at it. I've been looking for stuff, so I'll take a
Yeah.
look. And I've heard about Dark too, and so I need to get in that. But here it's like somebody's tried to describe it to me, and I'm gonna butcher it. So if you're listening, I'm really sorry. But it was like Back to the Future meets what was it? What was the other show that they said it? It was like a cross between Back to the Future and a different show. And it's like crazy the way the timeline, like there's tons of timelines in this show. And it's like, the guy showed me a graphic of like the timeline for the first 3 seasons. And it looks like somebody took a piece of paper and just like
It's from my understanding, I mean, obviously, like I said, didn't watch it yet, but from my understanding of the trailer, like it's, well, at least 3 timelines that I think of. So it's past, present, future.
Yeah.
And it's like they have these characters that exist in all these 3 planes, and then like this cave that they go through is their time warp or whatever. And it looks like it's gonna be one of those series that you watch that you really gotta like be in tune, because
You have to pay attention.
it's gonna be some twists, turns, bends, and things are gonna connect to other things. And if you don't catch them, you're gonna be confused.
Yeah, I heard that also. Like, the chick who did the casting has already received like a nominee for an award.
Really?
Yeah, like the lady who I think like it's such good casting that they've already she's already been put up for an award.
Well, it's got 3 seasons, so it's been out for a while.
Yeah.
Right? What that
Well,
mean?
yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm wrong. I just saw that article the other day, and I was like, oh, okay.
I've been watching Hell on Wheels,
Oh, yeah.
Hell on
which
Wheels.
is
you
a
mentioned that earlier.
good one, or Fire on Wheels. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it's a show, an older show about the Union Pacific, them crossing. Well, they haven't crossed the Rockies from what I've seen, but them making their way towards the Pacific Ocean, the railroads, and it changes ownership and all this stuff. It's crazy. Indians attacking, and you got not eminent domain, but the government gives the railroad the right to just
Go through whatever.
if
they
you
need to
own
go
this
through.
land, too bad.
Yeah.
Yep.
We own it now. So there's a lot of conflict. It's
I have
cool.
somebody very close to me works for Union Pacific,
Oh yeah, I got family.
so I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a good show.
Is it like a documentary?
No, it's an actual series. It's
Oh, it's a
about the
series,
guys
okay.
that actually were building
Gotcha.
it towards. Yeah,
Gotcha.
it's crazy. It's a good show, and it was something that my wife just threw on there for a little bit, and
Yeah,
then
you just
all of a
like,
sudden me
this
and
looks
her are like,
I can't stop watching.
the next one.
Are you still watching? Yes, I'm still watching.
Oh,
Yeah, I hate when Netflix judges you like that. Yeah, don't
judge me.
What are you trying to say, Netflix?
I am
I'm still
watching.
watching.
Stop assuming I'm done.
Yeah. Well, thank you for this break. So I'm gonna have to go get something to eat.
That's why they put it in there, so you can don't forget to breathe and go
Right.
and eat.
You have to exist still. You gotta live.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, I can't watch this 15th episode yet.
Yeah. Well, there's something else that I was watching too. Some gory crime thing. What was it? Oh, it's good too.
Gory crime.
Oh yeah, it's Hannibal. You guys,
the
Oh, I've
show.
seen that. I've seen
seen
some
that?
of them. Yeah, they're pretty good.
Those are good, dude.
Because I like the story of Hannibal because he's so smart, dude.
Yeah.
So smart.
like,
Crazy,
he's-
but so smart.
And he's like unbeknownst to the people, like feeding them the people that he's killed.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna make you dinner. So they're like, this is good. I'm like, oh man, that's diabolical. Man.
I know.
It's like in fried. That's
so
like in
far
fried
good,
green
dude.
tomatoes. That's what happens in fried green tomatoes.
I know. Anytime he's cooking, you're all like, "Don't eat that! Don't eat that!"
Right.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah. That's a good series too, I think. If you like
I wonder what
gory
we taste
stuff
like.
like that.
Stop
Probably
it!
like heck of chemicals and stuff.
Oh my gosh, that makes my stomach churn.
I don't know. I might taste like that good pork, that buttery bacon, baby. I smell it when I work out on that bike right there. I'm like, damn, baby, making breakfast in there.
Nope, that's me. That's my my au jus. Au jus de Mick.
Ugh.
Why you did me?
That's funny. So, yeah, no, Jason, you said that there was a documentary that you watched that kind of,
There was also a documentary I watched. It was called The Game Changer or Game Changers,
okay.
and it was recommended to me by my buddy / neighbor. And
Hey,
then we had a
buddy.
discussion about it. The documentary is about plant-based diets, vegan / vegetarians, and the myths that are associated with it when you're trying to lift weights or become an athlete or something like that.
Oh, okay.
So it's athletic based and it's like health based and it's like all these myths being debunked.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty good watch. I am probably gonna have to look some things up to confirm some things myself.
Are you
Just
gonna go
that's how I
vegan?
am.
That's the big question I have.
I'm not gonna go vegan now. I gotta eat meat.
Yeah.
I love me some
I love
bacon.
meat.
Talking about bacon
I
right
did
now,
watch-
got my mouth watering.
I
love some
did watch
bacon,
a
I love ribs, I
documentary.
love steaks. I gotta eat them.
Yeah, I watched a documentary called "What the Health"
Uh-huh.
a long time ago, and it was a lot about how like it was different. I don't want to take you off course, but it was just talking about how like meat companies are a lot of times sponsored by the Susan G. Komen stuff and like the Diabetes for America and how they're all tied to all these cancer organizations and how like meat has led to cancer. And so
They talked a lot about that in this documentary as
yeah,
well.
they had these like people who had cancer and then went strictly plant-based and then like were cured of their cancer. So I was like, oh
Yeah,
dang,
but-
is there like truth behind this or
Yeah, but all
Yeah.
the pesticides and crap that they spray all over our plants ain't giving us cancer either.
yeah.
It's bad
mean,
on
it's-
both.
it's
It's bad on both sides.
ends,
Unless
yeah,
you're
it's-
growing your
yeah.
vegetables in the backyard
Yep.
or having chickens like I do in the backyard, all that stuff is processed. I don't care who.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
it's
you
all
say?
Yeah, you're
it's all
right.
gonna come out processed.
Or are you going to spend $400 for a carrot? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, that's
Oh,
an expensive
no.
carrot.
Right.
So-
Okay, so here's
Sorry, yeah,
here's-
go ahead.
So with that documentary, and I kind of want to pose a question to you guys and to you guys.
At home, you at home.
Because I figured with what they're presenting, because with the title of the documentary itself and the thumbnail that they used for the for the show, which was, if I'm not mistaken, I know that sometimes it varies depending on what device you look at, but on mine it showed up as this track runner. She's on a track field and she's like throwing her hair back, so her hair is kind of like spiking back at mid flip, you know. So you think it's like something athletic, and so it's called Game Changers, but then you go into it and it's about diet. So it's like I was thinking that they used the title Game Changers for a reason, and then that sparked me and my buddy's debate. So what I want to pose to you guys, though, before I say what our thoughts were, I want to ask you guys both: when you hear something as a game changer, what does that mean to you?
I feel that a game changer is any point. To use an example, a football game, right? Everything's going one way. This team is just killing them, right? And all of a sudden, this quarterback changes something up real quick, right? And does it, and the game turns 180 because they're doing this certain play that this other, you know what I mean? It's any situation that happens that makes the situation turn 180 and go the other direction. You know what I mean? It's a game changer. I mean, but there's different definitions for a whole bunch of stuff.
Right,
You look up any word in the dictionary, every one of those words have 15 definitions.
Yeah.
Look up the letter A, and there's it's like dedicated 2 pages for just A. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's all the English language is heck crazy. It's all up to interpretation anyway.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No, that's true.
So, yeah. So
That's what it means to me.
I think there's 2 sides to it. I think there's good game changers and bad game changers.
Okay.
And so,
I
like,
agree.
to take Mick's analogy, a game changer can always be like the decision a head coach makes and it goes the wrong way. You know what I mean? Think about like the Pats and the Seahawks Super Bowl, like run it in or throw a touchdown. It's like that decision was a game changer. A game changer could be a referee making a bad call. You know what I mean? But it could go towards the right way. So I guess in this sense, are you asking like what do we think about it in the sense of this movie or just the word game changer itself?
So okay, that's a very good question. So let's speak in terms of the movie for now, and then we can kind of broaden it once we get our legs, I guess.
Yeah, my thing is like, to me, this movie, because like, okay, so like I just looked it up on the web, and so it shows a dude whose like arm is kind of in the frame, and he's all buffed out, and you can see the veins, but inside of his veins is green.
Okay.
So, so you obviously I think it comes like it's plant based. So I think that this documentary is presenting that plant-based diets are actually making people stronger opposed to meat-based diets. You know, people who are going, I haven't seen the documentary yet, so I don't know anything about it. But what I get from it is that they're trying to say that plant-based diets are better for athletes than meat-based diets. So it's a game changer when these guys are getting, because like I've seen like World's Strongest Man, right? Those guys eat like thousands of calories of food that include meat and like eggs and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, 10,000 calories, no problem.
Crazy amounts of proteins and carbs. And like plant-based, you're not getting those high proteins like you would from a meat-based diet. So like there might be something different that studies have shown that plant-based diets have, I don't know, like that's my thought is that this thing is saying that plant-based diets is becoming a game changer in the fitness world because it's making people better and leaner and faster and stronger than those on a meat-based diet.
So what does that mean? So you're saying that it's becoming a game changer as far as
I would say that it's
what would that tell? What would that entail? So if you were to say that this is definitely a game changer now, what does that mean?
I feel like okay,
go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Okay. I would no, you go. You go.
You go.
I would say that it's fighting for plant-based diets, that we should stop being so big on like meat based, there's all these like keto diets and the carnivore diet, like all this stuff, and start gearing our athletes and our children towards plant-based diets to better them for healthier lives.
In my personal, if we're talking nutrition, right, I know what to eat, you know what I mean? But I also know how my body works. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some people just eating a vegan diet, it probably works for them. Probably their body reacts good, but another person that eats that same way won't react that way. I mean, we're all over different regions of the world. That's why my skin's tan, yours white, and yours is darker than mine, right? Because we're in different regions of the world and we have access to different things, right?
Right.
It's colder. A lot of vegetation can't grow, so they're probably going to have a higher meat, consumption than they would vegetable. Of course, there's like lettuce and stuff like that grows in the wintertime, right?
Yeah.
But they got higher protein in their diet versus somebody that flourishes with berries and stuff like that. Like here in I wouldn't say California, but probably the Midwest. You know what I mean? Where it's in a winter, in the
farms,
it's flourishing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like in Brazil when it's just always, you know what I mean? You got a lot of vegetation is what I'm saying. Those people got more vegetation in their diet. Now here in the United States, we're just a melting pot with all different. So it's kind of hard to gauge, who should be eating a vegan diet, who should be eating this, and who should be right in the middle. You know what I mean? Because we're all such a melting pot. I feel that you got to learn your body. You know what I mean? If you eat a whole bunch of meat and don't make you feel good, then don't eat a whole bunch of meat. Eat a little bit more vegetables in your diet. You know what I mean? You can't treat everyone the same. I'm not for all this bandwagon vegan just because I get it. There's people out there that are doing it for their their health and their moral reason because they don't want animals dying and
Yeah,
all that
yeah.
stuff. That's cool, but do what's best for you. That's all I'm saying. But back to the thing, when we're talking about game changer,
Mhm.
I feel that show is really on the side of veganism, and they're trying to promote all these different ideas and things that are working for these type of people, and try to bring all these people that aren't necessarily aware of what's going on. They're trying to come to my side. Come my side. I can guarantee you, you could find a documentary that's
Yeah,
a
for the other
carnivore
side.
diet,
Yeah.
right? Come
Right.
on this side. Come on this side. I think they just use Game Changer as like a marketing
Hmm.
deal. You know what I mean? Like it's like, look what we got. This is the real story right here. This is game changing material right here. You could be buff and eat corn. Certain people, there's a strongman that doesn't eat no meat, no nothing, no protein. And in the strongman world, I can't remember his name, but in the strongman world, you need to eat as much chicken as you can, as
Yeah.
much beef as you can. You know what I mean?
Be
He just ate
bulking up.
corn he ate a whole bunch of, and he was strong. He made it work, but other body types not work. But I think they use that not necessarily for a whole like in-depth meaning. I think it was just like, hey, I got some game-changing material right here.
Hmm.
You
So
know what I
okay,
mean?
so before we go into like the basis of our conversation and what our take on it was, I just want to. So now I want to just get a general consensus of what you think game changer means. So just in the open world, like if you were in like a business meeting and somebody said, Johnson, that idea you had, that's a game changer.
Johnson,
So,
great job.
that's a game changer. So if you're hearing it like that in the open world, not associated with athletes or health or anything like that, what does it then mean at that juncture?
To me, it's you are revolutionizing whatever thought or like way of work that you've been going. You are redirecting it in for the positive. It's always, to me, for positive, right?
Okay.
When to use your goofy example of Johnson, that's a game changer. That means like, look, this dude is bringing something to the table that nobody else has ever brought to the table before, and it's gonna skyrocket our stuff. You know what I mean? And like,
Mhm.
it's gonna change everything. Think of Steve Jobs and Bill Gates. You know what I mean? Like, those guys were game changers in the technology world, right?
Mhm.
Like, people didn't think that Microsoft was going to take off, and it did. And people didn't think that Apple was going to take off, and it did. And those were game-changing moments. So, like, for me, it's something that is going to revolutionize the way that you're doing life right now.
That's a
Like
good way to
like
say. Wait, hold on.
a new
One second, Mick, before you go.
yeah.
I just want to ask Stephen a follow-up question. So you said, if Johnson's idea in that example, if it doesn't come out on a positive, was it still a game-changing idea?
I don't know.
Okay, take a moment to think about it. Hey,
Yeah,
Mick, go
give
ahead.
me. Was it still on the positive side?
It was not on the positive side.
Okay.
So nothing came of his
Yeah,
idea.
nothing great came of the idea.
Right. So is it still a game-changing idea because it was such a great thought, or is it?
Okay.
So think about that for a second.
Yeah.
Okay, Mick,
Is
what
it
were
a
you gonna say?
great thought, or is he stating facts? Or
Well, to come
Okay,
up with something like that, it has to be something set in motion, right?
right?
So does the fact of you coming up with it to setting in motion, is that game changing in itself, or does it have to be successful for it to count as being a game changer? I'm trying to say this to the point where I'm not coaching you guys through it and like coaching you guys to be on my side.
Right.
You know?
No, I understand. I just feel like
Are you sure
it's
just
like
go vegan?
it's a new yeah. No, sorry.
No, yeah.
I like
No, thank
and
you.
you know what's funny about a lot of these vegan guys? I'm not trying to piss anybody off that they're vegan. Works for you, but a lot of these vegan guys, oh, I'm vegan. Did you
high
know
and mighty.
Oreos were vegan? And it's in the a bag of Oreos, like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm like,
Right.
you're defeating the purpose.
Yeah.
You're gonna be vegan, be vegan. Don't be eating all this sugary goodness too. That's why these vegans are having heart attacks as well.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
there's
All the
bad
sugar
vegans just
going
as
right.
much
It's
as there's
like
bad omnivore diet. So I mean, it goes
it's
both
sugar.
ways.
Sugar's the real problem. It ain't the meat. It ain't the vegetables. It's the sugar. You pick up any box, even a salty, chicharrones. You know what I mean? Those the things that are salty and like you know what I mean? The salty
Yeah.
chili thing. There's
Yeah.
like 20 grams of sugar in there. There's a soda poured in there. You know what I
Right.
mean?
It's a
And
soda.
everything you put in there, there's a bunch of sugar in every little thing that you don't even need sugar for.
Right. Okay, but game changer though.
Game changer. Sorry.
It's all good.
Anyways,
Mick's getting excited.
to me, it's a new
He wants to eat.
method. It's a new method that will boost productivity in whatever situation. So whether it's teaching, video games, or whatever, it's a new method that's what it means to me. New method that will boost productivity in whatever subject. So I don't think the stuff he's presenting is game changing because it's not proven for everybody. You know what I mean? We all know it's a common. Everybody knows that a vegan diet might be. There's pros and cons to it. I don't know. I don't think the thing that they produced in that I haven't seen it, so
Yeah.
I really can't really talk too much on that. But I know I've seen a lot of vegan,
Right.
Other
Documentaries.
documentaries
Yeah.
and stuff like that. I wouldn't, and a lot of them are just all the same. They state these facts. You're a lot less risk for heart attack. You're at risk for, I don't know. My thing is, I don't know.
So okay.
No,
So
I
why?
kind of got what
Yeah.
you mean by that. So.
So
That's
I
what I'm
definitely
saying. It's a
like.
marketing thing. It didn't have a depth. I think they're just trying to grab people, like when they're using that name for the thing.
Yeah.
Hey, I got the hookup. I got this info that nobody else
Oh,
got.
what do they got? Let's go check it out. So you think it's something like that where it's
Right.
like they're
I
just
got
kinda-
this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I
I don't
think.
I feel
So
you.
for Jason to follow up on the question that you asked me, I think that any game changing. It depends on like execution, right? So even if the execution doesn't follow through, the idea of it can still be game changing, right? It's when the execution follows through that changes it and revolutionizes it, and that puts everything in motion. Correct? Like think about if, to go to our thing, something that we can all relate to, the Pats and Seahawks game, right? If he catches, if Butler doesn't intercept that football, and they're gonna say like, "Dang, we never saw that coming." That was Pete Carroll's game-changing moment, and the defense, the Pats defense didn't execute on stopping that play, right? And the Seahawks offense executed. It's the execution that determines whether it's going to be a successful game changer or an unsuccessful game changer.
Okay.
Okay,
Or
so
like-
the idea can be a game changing. Johnson, your idea is a game changer. Whether or not the company executes that or not, that the idea still holds truth that it's a game changer. It's the execution that determines whether it's successful or unsuccessful.
Okay. So with that, so let's kind of summarize it. So you basically, with that, what you just said, you basically hold the premise of my buddy's argument.
Okay.
Because he was, and forgive me if I get your premise wrong. I'm trying to do the best I can with it. I asked for a summation of what his point was so I can tell it to you guys accurately, but I didn't get that from him. But so I'm gonna do the best that I can.
Okay.
If
Sorry.
listen, comment clarify what I
Yes.
what I get
Comment
wrong.
below what you. Yeah.
But his premise was the documentary itself, and possibly even the because there's like 5 athletes I think we determined that are documented on there. The track runner I mentioned, There's a World's Strongest Man guy on there who's vegan, and then a few others, the UFC fighter, and blah blah blah. Nate Diaz, who is vegan, I guess.
Oh, Nate Diaz,
I didn't know.
Local boy.
Yeah,
Nate
Stockton,
Diaz.
right? But he was saying that since this information has now come out, the information they're providing, kind of similar to what you were saying, Stephen, like this information, since it's not well known, is already game changing. And in my premise was, for something to be game changing, it has to thus then change something. So if this documentary comes out and people's perception of it, of what they thought or what they're presenting doesn't change, or if it's not well received, then nothing has changed. So everything's still going to continue as usual. And Mick, you were saying this before. You were like, it has to revolutionize something. So, or I think one of you guys said it.
Yeah, I did.
So it's like for it to be a game changer, in my opinion, it has to thus change the course of action of something. And so you guys are talking about,
but you can for individual lives. Like it could be a game changer for Steven if you watched it versus me. You know what I mean? Like,
no, can it? Because it's when measuring these things, it has to affect the majority. So if you just individually change your own plan, that's just your own individual change. That doesn't change the game. You're
but
not
it's a
the game.
I mean,
you know.
Okay, so you're trying to, when you're watching, when you're putting out these documentaries, you want as many people to watch it as possible.
Right.
When you're trying to talk to somebody and give them information, when I want to talk to you, Jason, and let you know about this information I got here is the best information I got.
Yeah.
And you hear it and you're like, oh yeah, look at these athletes, look at all this stuff. It's real. And then you go and do it and it starts working for you. It's a game changer in your life. So yes, it could be a game changer individually. It might not change the world because we're so diverse and we got so many opinions on different things.
Yeah.
I think it's still proper in the way they used it, just because it could be game changer for a person that literally didn't know this information. They tried every other diet. They tried carnivore. They tried just eating, little bit of meat, a whole bunch of vegetables. Wasn't working for them. You know what I mean? And they actually cut it out and just started doing just pure vegan stuff, and it worked for them. Game changing for their life. And every individual life is super, super important. It's big. I look at my life like it's the most important thing there is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if
Is
something
that
like
not
that, I heard
just like-
information, if I heard that information and it worked for me, like I was having health problems and all this stuff that doctors couldn't understand and all that stuff, and I go and do this diet, become vegan, and it works for me just because I watched this individual documentary, it's game changing and life changing for me. It produces, like I said, a new method that will produce productivity in my own life.
So okay, so is that not just individual goals and finding out what works for you though? Because typically when you're going on an intense athletic diet or regimen, you're going to try a few things and you're going to find out something that works. So whether you watch something or not, you're going to ultimately come to a conclusion of what works best for you. So is that not the same as going through that course alone versus watching something, maybe coming to it sooner, but it's just still your own individualistic goals that you're reaching? And I'm not trying to sway your opinion. I'm just trying to give you something to think about.
Right. No, I know. I get you. I just feel like the information can be game changing. Not that it is, or you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know what you're. I don't exactly. I might not understand your question here because
my thing is for something to be a game changer. So the game itself, because an individual person can't be the game.
Right.
So an individual change cannot be a game changer. So
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
So for me, for it to be game changing, it would have to appeal to the masses. So, or the overwhelming majority.
I get what I totally get what you're saying,
Hmm.
but I in the definition of that I have for game changer could be for your own individual life. It could be a game changing individual situation.
So
I don't.
okay, so
So
here's actually the definition of it, because I actually looked it up when I had the conversation with my buddy, and I actually memorized it because I said it so many times. So it's an idea, thought, or event that changes the course of how you of current ways of thinking or doing something.
yeah. Okay. So
So it has to change the course of
But
what
that
people
could
are
happen
doing or thinking.
I
individually.
have an example.
Individual.
So like
Okay, go
I have
ahead.
an example. Okay, so I think that they both coincide with each other. I think that you can't have a game changer without it influencing somebody, but that action of influencing one person has to influence multiple people, right? Has to start at the root of one person and has to resonate through everybody through the industry. So think of the steroid boom of baseball in like the 90s, okay? Before that, it was all about pitching and like all these like freak athletes who were awesome. And then the early 90s come in the early 2000s and everybody started taking steroids, right? And then what are we all paying attention to?
Game changer.
Who can hit the big bombs? Who can hit the home run, chase for Sosa and Mark McGuire? You know what I mean? It's like we're watching that, and like steroids revolutionized what baseball was, right? And then the whole era ended, the steroid era ended, and now we're at like in 1 year 20 no-hitters were thrown, and you know what I mean? It's like all these crazy things start happening. Is like these are game-changing moments. So it started with just a few guys like freaks like Jose Canseco coming out and like, this dude's hitting 500-foot home runs. Like, when was the last? Who's the first person to ever hit a 500-foot home run? I don't know who that is. I'm not that in depth in baseball knowledge, but somebody out there knows. But like, that's what I'm saying is like, how can I hit that home run that way? And then it's like, well, you got to do this one thing. Like, all right, this is the guy who's doing it. I'm gonna follow this guy who's doing it, and I'm gonna take off. So when it comes to this game changer, like these are Olympic athletes that are being interviewed. I just watched the little trailer of it, and it's like these are Olympic athletes that are being interviewed and tested and studied throughout this whole thing. It's like it starts with that. When these professional athletes start saying like, "Yo, hold on a second, I'm on board with this," and then like. They imagine if Kobe came out and been like, LeBron James, what did he do right before last season? He like cut like 20 pounds, and it was because he went to like some weird freakish diet. I guarantee you there's people, not me because I don't follow basketball that hard and I'm not trying to be a pro athlete, but like kids who are trying to be pro athletes, college kids who are trying to become pro athletes are gonna follow the masses. And it starts when one little thing starts to take off. They'll start jumping on board. Think about all of the you can't tell me that steroids didn't take off because of one person saying like, look what I can do because I took this thing. You know what I mean? So like this could be the start. I've not seen the documentary yet, so I don't know, but like we could be looking at the start of another steroid era, quotations around steroid era, but you know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And
I get what you like. Something
off,
else that's going to enhance athletes too, and change the way we think about people.
Yeah, and that's a game changer.
How they can get better. Yeah. So okay, and so based on that though, time will tell that, right?
Right. Yeah.
We don't know that right now.
We don't know that right now, but we'll know in 10 years or 5 years.
That was my point. So it's not a game changer yet because nothing has come of it. So and then I'm sorry, Mick, I know you have something to say, but I just want to point this out real quick because you guys had mentioned football. And like the ultimate example, because you guys were thinking more immediate game changer, like you were talking about
exactly.
in-game changer.
Yep.
But game changer as a whole, like changing the game of football, another example or another way to look at that is looking at how the game is played now. Like you think, think of Michael Vick. Michael Vick was the first quarterback to run and scramble and be able to do all the stuff.
I would argue that Joe Montana was, but go ahead.
Or no, he was more pocket pass. Steve Young was
Steve Young. Yeah. More mobile.
But yeah, you can say that. You can say whoever you want. But now look at the league now because it went from being a pocket passing league to let's find the next mobile quarterback that can run around and get us extra yardage and stuff. So, and now the majority of our league is mobile quarterbacks.
Yep.
Our reigning champion now is a mobile
Stop
quarterback.
it. We're
Pat
not talking
Mahomes.
about that right now.
Sorry about that. Sorry.
Yeah, it still hurts. It still
It
hurts.
does. But yeah, so that changed the game of football.
Yeah.
Randy Moss before that changed the game of how you look at wide receivers. He was a tall, lanky, skinny guy.
Yep.
Who no one knew that he was going to ball out like how he did. So, now let's try to find the next big, tall, lanky receiver who can play like Randy Moss. So those to me are game changers. Those things change the way you approach something. So the coaches approached defensively these people differently than they did before. You approach the draft different because now you're looking for something else differently.
Yep.
You're looking for somebody that can contain this, or looking at for yourself. So those to me are game changers. So for this to be a game changer to me, it would have to catch on, and people would have to, like you said, the next steroid, or the next big thing that people are using to enhance their athletic abilities. So until that happens, though, I don't think that it can be considered a game changer. So Mick, what were you going to go?
Well, what's the definition? What's the definition of game changer? You looked it up, right?
An idea, thought, or event that changes the current manner of thinking or doing something.
Right. And that can, for that definition right there, it doesn't have a scale of the whole industry of, it changed the whole industry of football. It changed the whole industry of acting. It changed the whole industry. It doesn't have to be on that scale.
It doesn't have to be on that scale, but it does have to change it.
I think it has to
No,
change.
I
yeah.
know, but what I'm saying is a game changer could be individualized as well. You
can.
could use that term. You could use that term in an individual's life.
But
It
what
was
you
game changing for my life.
Right. But when something changes your life, aren't you going to go tell people that it changed your life?
Yeah, but it doesn't have that within that definition. It doesn't have anything to do with it spreading. Right, this new idea is spreading.
Yeah, because it changes the way
you
it's
attach
done.
another word. You attach another word to that
Right.
to say that to explain the scale of that game changer. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Mhm.
Game changer is what that definition says, right?
Yeah.
But when you attach other things to it, right? Other words to it, you could grasp the scale of that specific moment. You know what I mean? That type of game changer, like the whole industry of football, like you were just talking about,
Right.
about the mobile quarterbacks and stuff like that. Yeah, it changed the industry of that, right? But this documentary could have been a game changer for this individual's life. This guy that had health problems his whole life, didn't know what was going on, had a whole bunch of autoimmune diseases going on, couldn't figure anything out, and he tries to be a vegan because this individual documentary here, it was game changing for this person. It could be game changing for other people, and that and what you're explaining, Stephen, is it trending. You know what I mean? A game changing trend or whatever. I don't know. You get what I'm saying? I feel like they use it in the correct context. Where they're I agree with you, Jason, and I agree with the other guy. I believe that definition could be used on small scales, which I don't consider my life a small scale. If something was brought to me and it changed the whole way I'm doing things to make my life more productive, it's game changing on my scale, not an organization. There could be something at our work that changes, that's game changing, that we get a whole different. I get it, but that game changer could work from small scale to big scale. It's what you attach to that game changer, to the word that you attach to that game to explain the scale of that game changing moment. You know what I mean? And then my life would be considered that football game changer, right? And then the United States government, right? Something can happen that changes everything. That, like this COVID this
9/11.
COVID
Definitely a
thing,
game changer.
Yeah.
game changer, right?
Yeah.
That would be the scale difference
All right.
with me and that football league, my life in that football league. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's
Yeah.
that football league to the United States government. It's I think they use it in the correct context, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's a good way to put it. That's a good way to put it. So did I guess basically, well, you're saying that it can go either way. So I
Yeah.
guess there's no
I can get on
right
that.
or wrong.
I can
but
get on
was
that train too. I just think
Yeah.
game changers are going to trend.
I think there has to be some method of
Not
change
necessarily.
because I think because to me, and I get what you guys are saying, and it's a valid point, Mick, that you brought up. So I kind of see your point in that. But it just I don't know. Just to me, game changing means I don't know. I don't look to individual because if the individual takes that reign and say, hey, this works for me, and then that person uses it for the rest of their life, and then they pass on, and then what?
Yeah.
It was game changing for their life.
I know, but I get
Right.
that. So it was game changing
But it
temporarily
can't-
for that person, but it didn't revolutionize something. And Mick,
So-
you used that was your
but-
word. It didn't revolutionize anything. It just that person changed something, worked for them, and that's the end
It
of the story.
revolutionized their life.
Right. But my question
Now
is,
this is what I'm saying. Real quick, you just said the quarterbacks, right? Mobile
Mhm.
quarterbacks, right?
Yeah,
It's game changing. Everybody's doing it.
Yeah.
But guess what? Somebody else is doing something different that hasn't caught on yet, right?
right.
But his team, the guys that are around him that are seeing these game changing these moments where he's doing it, where not everybody's noticing what he's doing until they actually make it big. His teammates are all like, "Oh, that's some game changing stuff. We're going to be doing this in every one of our plays now."
but he's doing it.
Yeah,
and
but
it's
he's
not
doing
working
it, and
right
it's-
now. So,
but here's the other
so
thing.
is it changing anything?
No, but
But it's
even if
game
it is,
changing for their team.
right?
right?
Exactly.
Okay.
No, but that's the thing. That's the thing.
Scale.
Like,
No,
that's it?
but you're saying that because of what one guy does, it's going to change what they do for their entire team. Like
Yeah.
that's the example you
That's
just
exactly.
gave.
Yeah.
Like
No,
if
that's
you-
that's
let me
scale.
Thank
When
you,
you're talking
Stephen.
about
Yeah.
everybody, no,
Right.
when you're talking about everything, I'm talking about like it's scaled down. Yes, it's for his team, right? You can even go break it down even to his line. This guy is stepping in a certain way, right, to make this certain block that nobody else is doing right now, and his four guys recognize it. They're all like, "Oh, we're going to do this every time." Game-changing moments happen at all scales. You got to look at the dictionary and that definition it gave, right? And that's what game-changing means.
yeah,
You know what I
we
mean?
may
It
be
has
fighting all
nothing
for
to-
the same
Yeah.
thing.
I think so.
I think we're all
No, I'm
saying the
not
same.
saying what my argument is, right? What we're conversating is
You can have
it's
an
not a
argument.
game changer until everybody
No,
is doing
no,
it, recognizes
I'm saying,
that.
But what I'm saying is that it game changers will affect the
Other-
masses.
Right.
They
not
don't have.
necessarily.
Oh, okay.
Not necessarily.
Here's
Not
my thing. Okay,
because
here's my question.
because of diet. Wait. Because of this diet thing, right? Like I was just explaining, we're all different people,
Yeah.
right? It might be game changing for 100,000 people, right?
Yeah.
But it might not be game changing for me because it doesn't work.
Right,
Work
but
me.
for those 100,000 people, it was game changing. So it was a game changer. Not every game change. I didn't do steroids to be better at baseball. You
right,
know what I
but
mean? But I
it's not-
knew that steroids revolutionized the game of baseball. What I'm saying for you, like here's my question for you, Mick. This is what I just want to propose this to you and see where you go with it. Let's say you do find out something that changes your life. So whatever it may be. Are you telling me you're not going to go tell your wife and you're not going to raise your kid to follow that trend or that example?
Yeah, but there's things my parents did with me, right? That found that was easy for them.
Yeah.
Right. That was game changing for their life and their bills and all that stuff that I don't do. I do another way, and they taught me to do it that way. But I found this way that was game changing for me
Right.
because
right.
it
But
makes
like,
things easier, works for my mind easier.
so
I'm
is your
just saying,
so is your goal?
just because it's game changing for me doesn't mean it's going to be game changing for this other person.
It may not be, but it may also be. Like it may be. And
Right.
so it
It could.
needs.
But you can't just say that all game changing moments will trend, will go on to other people because
But they
it goes
should.
both ways.
But they
They
should.
can and they can't. They can and they will. You
Hmm.
can't just say all of them will. Am I
All
wrong?
right.
I mean,
Steven?
No,
are you gonna? No?
I just like I feel like we're saying the same thing. I really do. I agree with you. I agree with
Right.
you
Yeah.
that it can happen. I'm just saying that when you discover a game-changing moment, you're going to be so excited about it, you're
Right.
not going to want to keep it to yourself. And that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Is like
right. No,
I
you're
think
going to
that
tell people.
yeah, so like I agree with you that it may not catch on, but if it
But it
it-
might not be game changing for them.
for everybody, exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
So would you
It may
guys
be-
both then, with your conclusions, would you say the documentary? I know you didn't watch it, but with the information that it's providing, that if it's information that people didn't know before, would you guys say it alone is a game changer?
It could be.
It could be.
It could
As
be.
long
But
as
could
people-
okay, wait. Why are you guys saying could be?
because
Because
Why are
it-
you saying
I
could
may not
be?
be
I get why
willing-
you're saying it could be, Steven, but Mick,
Okay.
why are you saying could
it
be?
could be game changing. The only reason I'm saying that because it's not game changing for everybody. Like I've been saying this whole time, it doesn't have to change everything for everybody.
But it changed something for the people in the documentary. So then, doesn't that make it already a game changer? Then, according to your definition,
For those individual people that it works for,
okay,
good. That it makes it productive in their life.
okay,
Makes it a productive organization.
I think the other thing too is that you have to remember that these are athletes that they're taking, like, you know what I mean? So these people are trying to push their bodies to the absolute limit of what they can
Right.
push it to. Like
Right.
I'm not trying to push my limit. You know what I mean? Like walking downhill or walking uphill for, extended amount of time, I'm done pushing myself. So like it's all about motive and there's so much other things that go into it. I can get information that's the best information in the world. And I've gotten it before. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
information that I've seen people it affect their lives, but I'm too stubborn to change my ways to make it a game changer in my
right,
life. You know what I
right.
mean? Because I'm like, oh, well, that takes effort. I don't want to put the effort into it. And it goes back to my whole thing about execution. It's like I can get game changing information. If I don't execute, then it's not game changing for me. But
Yep.
I think we've exhausted the conversation. So, man,
And that was a good conversation.
it was a
That
great
was a
conversation.
good
Thank you,
conversation.
Jason, for bringing that to
Yeah.
the table, man. So
welcome.
tell us
I
what
can't
you
wait
think.
to watch this.
Yeah, I know. Tell us.
And be like, I told you. I'm right. I know. Or I was I know. Fuck.
Yeah. I'm sorry. You guys are right. That's mostly what it'll be. Is I'm
No,
sorry.
no.
I'm sorry.
I know.
No.
From you.
Yeah, for me. Well, yeah. So tell us what you think. Is this a conversation that you could bring up that you've experienced before? Have you had a game changer in your life? And what would it be? Let us know in the comments below. Mick, we have officially lost Mick. He is going
Yep.
off the rails.
Also, too, but if I butchered your point of view, please clarify in the bottom. Let us know exactly your point of view, or if I left
Yeah.
something out, also let us know. And that way,
Start a discussion. Discussion and start talking with the fellow geeks to figure out what's going on. I know this isn't much of like a geek retreat. We kind of strayed from our forte, but I think it was a great discussion. So I appreciate it, Jason. But hey, go like our YouTube channel, go subscribe to it, like this video, share it with your friends, and go to our Facebook page. You can catch us there on Facebook.
Yep.
To get to know us a little more, get to see us on a more daily basis. That's where we kind of communicate with you guys. Majority of our communication goes there more intimately. Yeah, we said that word. Okay, so we have just a few. Mick, oh my gosh, hold it together, man. He's drawing on his forehead, so everybody
we're
knows.
almost there, man. We're
Almost there.
It's a heart.
It's a heart. He drew a heart on his
Love.
forehead.
there.
So we
hard.
have a tournament coming up for our first ever community event. It's a
Oh,
Call
yeah.
of Duty Modern Warfare 1v1 tournament. Go to thegeekretreatpodcast.com to submit your entry form today and entry along with your entry fee, and we'll get you set up. It's on July 25th at 10 a.m. It will be streamed to Facebook and Twitch. So catch us there.
And you
Come-
guys would be so surprised about how good I am.
Jason?
You don't think that I'm good, boy. When I get in there, you gonna know that I'm in there because I get in there, boy.
I'm pretty sure Jason hit his head because we've told him a
You ain't
million times
playing.
that he is not playing.
Oh yeah.
We are not.
Yeah.
We are not playing
Oh,
this tournament. This is for you guys. After the tournament, we
you
will
can play
come
with
in.
us.
Well, yeah, we'll come in and play
And
some
now
fun.
we'll beep you up and show
Yeah,
you
that's
who
when
the
we'll
real
come.
winner
Damn.
is.
We'll come show you why we had to sit down.
Not
And,
me. Steven. Steven's probably the best one.
So there's that. We also have some merch coming that we're gonna announce. We're gonna preview it at the event, so pay attention for that. We got some merch on the way, and that's about it. We've really. Oh gosh, we're getting demonetized now. So
Close it.
turn away.
Close it.
Turn away. We're shutting it down. We are shutting it down. Hey, thanks for sticking with us on this extra long episode of the Geek Retreat. We love hanging out with you guys. We do it every Friday. I'm sorry, that's not right. We do it every Monday. And I'm tired. I've been on vacation for a long time, and my brain has gone to mush. So we're going to get out of here. I'm Steven, and that's Jason, and that's Mick. And we will catch you guys on the next episode. Take it easy. Later.
Later.